it's Amanda, and it is Ink Flight Day! As you know, we all love Ink Flight around here. It's my favorite day of the month. Sorry, I really need to clean up this desk area. Yeah, so I'm actually getting some Col-O-Ring cards for swatching purposes. I think this is too many, but that's fine. Yeah. So I look forward to this box every month. That we have an interesting size. Usually I can guess what the extras are by the size of the box, but I have no idea. I have no idea. I want to say maybe like an A6 size notebook or something, but it's very light, so we'll see. Alright, let's get started. Let's open the box. All I've done is slip the tape open on the shipping label so I can open the box. I'm not going to flip it around because I didn't block out my address. But yeah. So we have stuff and things. Stuff and things. Alright, what do we got? Ooh! Oh, I'm very excited about this. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got some stickers, some pen stickers, a little Inktopus ready for fall. We have our ink samples, and we have, let's see, Private Reserve Ink Essentials. 2 syringes and 20 empty standard cartridges. Oh, cool. From Private Reserve Inks, the world-renowned leader in producing premium fountain pen inks, comes a new line of pen-related essentials. Widen your experiences, blah, blah, blah. So it comes with syringes and some cartridges. Oh, cool. So you can like fill cartridges and put them in pens. Oh, that's neat. That's pretty cool. Private Reserve ink. That's very cool. I like this a lot because I am always losing syringes, and so I can always definitely use syringes. And the empty cartridges are good if you have like a pen that only takes cartridges. Like my Lilliput only takes cartridges, or that pen that we got. I don't have the one. Oh wait, do I? Is this it? Yeah. The pen we got in the Ink Flight the last month, it only takes cartridges, so now you can use your bottled ink or this ink samples and fill empty cartridges. This is very cool. I like this. This is a good extra. Yeah, I like these stickers a lot too. They're all kinds of pens and stuff. And the little fall Inktopus. I love this so much. I'm so ready for fall. It's finally like, it was 71 degrees right now. I'm so excited. It's finally like a reasonable temperature. Okay, let's see. Pipsticks Right Tool stickers. Add exciting pen flair to your notebook, drink tumbler, or laptop with Pipsticks, the right tools. 4x4 sheet of colorful PVC stickers. And embrace the fall vibes with the Inktopus. And then, what does this say? Savor every last drop of your fountain pen ink with this handy kit. Included are 2 syringes with blunt needles and 20 empty standard international size ink cartridges. Since most cartridge converter pens made around the world use the international size, i.e. last month's Otto pen, these might come in handy when a converter might not be convenient or compatible. When transferring ink, you'll want to operate the plunger slowly. It's just how to do it. Basically, fill the syringe and input the ink into the cartridge. Voila. You've seen me do, well, I don't know if you've seen me do that exact thing, but you've seen me do this all the time. Now, I've seen what the inks are, but let's take a look. Let's see what we've got. I'm very excited. Troublemaker inks, Polar Lights, Mango, Tuslabua, I'm sure that I'm saying that incorrectly, Abalone, Nanita, Moon River, and Foxglove. Now, Abalone and Foxglove I actually have used because I own bottles of these inks. So these are familiar to me, but the rest of these are all new. All very exciting. Troublemaker inks are I think they're still kind of hard to get, but I have to be honest, I haven't really like tried recently. But it's exciting to use new colors. I think they just came out with some new colors, and I think that's what some of these are. Okay, let's see the paper. Let's see what the paper says. Contrary to the name Troublemaker ink, Contrary to the name, Troublemaker inks are not difficult to use in your fountain pens. Each color is 100% mixed, bottled, and packaged in the Philippines by hand. Most of this month's flight include new inks released summer 2022. Troublemaker Nita. Let's find them and put them in order. This ink is a rich burgundy with green-black sheen. This looks like a very dark ink. Actually, let me reorganize my, oh shit. Sorry. I'll reorganize my things here. I'm gonna move the stickers and stuff over here. I really need to clean. Okay. Troublemaker Moon River. This pink ink has dreamy multi-chromatic shading tones of green and bluish gray. I don't know if you can see it. Moon River. I wouldn't have guessed that this is pink. I would have guessed that this is gray. But alright. And where is Tuslabua? I'm sure that I'm saying that incorrectly. Please, if you know how to pronounce this, please let me know, and let me know below in the comments. Named after a popular Filipino food found in Cebu City, this ink has a gravy-like hue and, and shades well. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate lunch. Lunch is coming back to bite me. Troublemaker Polar Lights. This deep purple-black ink looks like the night sky with the shimmer of Aurora Borealis. Okay, so I haven't even seen this ink, and I'm guessing this is probably going to be my favorite of the new ones, so we'll see. Try out this juicy golden ink in a pen with a wet flow to get the full depth of color. I wanted to say the full feel of the depth of color. This multi-chromatic shading ink this is Foxglove, takes on the stunning violet hues of the flowering plant it's named after. I like this ink a lot. And Troublemaker Abalone matches well with Abalone or Rodin pens. This multi-chromatic ink is a light blue base with clouds of purple and teal edging. Also like Abalone. Never mind, it's not done, it's blinking again. Okay, I'm gonna let that do its thing. Oops, oh my gosh. I'm falling apart. We're falling apart here. Okay, so as usual, we're going to be using Col-O-Ring swatch cards, my dip pen, which is a Moonman N6. I feel like this is like really far away. The Moonman N6 and a variety of craft store paintbrushes to do our swatches. So let's start with, I'm actually going to reorder these so they're easier for me to get to in the order I want to do them. Which is the order they are on the paper. So we're going to start with Troublemaker Nanita. Ooh, this is a really dark, rich dark ink. From Ink Flight. This almost feels like it's a candidate for a match of Writer's Blood, but we'll see what it looks like when we swatch it. Anita. I did not grab a cloth. Where is my cloth? Ah, there it is. Actually, I'm going to get a paper towel so I can do some like paper towel chromatography. I shall return in just a moment. We're back. We're back. We're ready. Ready to do some swatching. I can't tell if the ink is dry or if it's just my paintbrush, because a lot of applications are pretty dry when I use these smaller, shorter brushes. But that's very, very beautiful. Okay, I like how it looks on this paper here. Next up we have Troublemaker Moon River, which is supposed to be a pink ink. This pink ink has a dreamy multi-chromatic shading tones of green and bluish gray. I don't think I've ever seen this one. I think I've seen the next one, but I haven't seen this one. This one's gonna have bonkers chromatography. See what I mean? I can't wait to see this one when it's dry. You can see it in the text. It definitely looks pink in the text as it dries. It looks pinker the more it dries, is what I'm trying to say. But definitely lots of that multi-chromatic stuff going on. I hope the internet's working again. It looks like it is. Next up we have Tuslab Bua, which I know that I'm saying this wrong. Please correct me. This one has like a strong chemical smell though that I don't know that I enjoy. This is gonna be one of those like weird colors that you either love or hate. Like, I feel like fans of Pilot or Shizuku Inaho are probably gonna like this one. If you like those murky browns, murky, gooey, icky, not like icky in a bad way, just like, you know, just like murky colors. Okay, maybe not quite Inaho, but maybe Inaho, but like darker and a little more complex perhaps. I love how this looks in the writing once it's dried. I don't necessarily love this while it's wet, actually. I actually prefer it dry. This one also has like a lot of like, I'm not sure if it's coral or pink in it. If you like add water, it kind of like, there's green and stuff in there too. Oh, really pretty. The more this dries, the more I like this. It has really good shading too, from what I can tell in the text. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. I think my internet's back. Yay, my internet's back. Okay, next up is Polar Lights, which I have to admit I'm very excited about after reading that description. Purple black is basically my thing. It's basically my entire existence. Okay, oops. I don't know what's, like, something's weighing this down for some reason. The purple definitely comes out when you get it wet. I think I'm gonna use one of these brushes. Beautiful. Beautiful. It looks black when it's like first wet, and then it dries to like more of like a purpley black. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I definitely see the purple, and I definitely see the purple more on this paper. Okay. Mango I don't think is new. Okay, mango isn't new. However, I don't think I've ever had this one or tried it. I think I was on the list for it at Sugary Inks, but I don't think it's not one that I've ever managed to grab. I mean, orange isn't my thing. We all know this anyway, but it's an ink like this, and it's the way Sugary does their Sugary Ink does their Troublemaker ink sales. I pretty much try to sign up for literally anything that I can, because I'd rather have the option to say no than miss out. So even if it's an ink that I'm not really sure about, I've signed up for it, unless it's one that I've already had. Troublemaker Mango reminds me a lot of the Lucky Orange. Also reminds me of the Tangerine a little bit. I feel like in actual writing there is a little more shading than I'm getting here, or like Grapefruit perhaps from KWZ Grapefruit. I feel like this will have more shading in a different nib than in something other than a dip pen. I think you'll get really nice shading out of like a broad nib or a medium nib. But I think I had too much ink on my dip pen to really let that shine. this. Let that one have some gravity. See what happens. And then the other two, I'm going to swatch them anyway, even though I already own these inks. You might not have been able to, you might not have seen them before. And, yeah, why not? It's part of the ink flight, and I like keeping track of what I get in my ink flights. So, I don't think I read the description on this one. Try out this juicy golden orange ink in a pen with a wet float. Oh yeah, to get the full depth of color. I did earlier. So we'll do Foxglove, which is beautiful purple. It's a multi-shady purple. It's lovely. It reminds me a lot of Sailor 150, if that is an ink that you like. Or those kind of purples. Troublemaker Foxglove. And you definitely get a lot of the blue popping out when you add water to it. It's one of those pretty muted purples. Muted but legible. But it'll also show interesting colors. It'll show pink and blue, especially if water's added to it, which is really super fun. You can see it kind of as it's drying too. And last but most certainly not least, we have Abalone, which is another one of those beautiful multi-shaders. This is more of a blue tone, but it's really lovely. Or like petrichor leans a little more gray or green. This leans a little more blue, and it's lovely. 9. It's one of those like dusty blues that I really enjoy. There you go. Just kind of zoning out on the ink swatch. It's like blue and purple and green. It's very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry, and then we'll come back and we will take a look at our dried swatches. But, yes, very excited. And we're back. We're going to show off our swatch cards. And I have my paper towel here with our inks. So we have Nanita, which reminds me a lot of Writer's Blood. And another ink, but I can't think of what it is. Then we had, what do we have next? Moon River, which honestly reminds me of one of the Birmingham inks. I think it's Chrysanthemum. It kind of reminds me of that. It's like this murky, weird pink color, but shows like pink and green. And I tried to find my card for it, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. Because you can't even see the cards. I tried to find my cards and I couldn't, so we're not going to get to see comparisons. I really need to, instead of playing video games, I really need to take a day and just like organize my pen and stuff, or an evening, or whatever. Here's that Tuslav Bua, that I'm sure that I'm saying it correctly. I love this on the swatch card. I love the writing on this. This is like one of those colors that's like not my colors, but is weird, and like my definition of weird, which is weird, and I think I really want to get that on a pen. Yeah. And then what did we have? We had Polar Lights, which is I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. You can see it a little here. It's got shimmer in it, and at first I thought maybe like my brush, I didn't get like glitter ink out of my brush, but it's shimmery in the scribble here. And the description is, this deep purple black ink looks like a night sky with the shimmer of Aurora Borealis, which didn't really dawn on me that there might be shimmer in here. But yeah, it's like a greenish, it's really light. It's like a light greenish shimmer. It's very pretty. I would love to see this. Actually, can I? Yeah, the shimmer in this ink must, oh, that's the wrong ink. Where is Polar Lights? I'm trying to see. Okay, so there is some, I'm going to flip this over real fast and hopefully you can see it. There is a little bit of shimmer in the bottom of the vial, but it seems like it's either I just got a subtle bit of it, or yeah, I don't know how shimmery this ink is supposed to be, but yeah, there is shimmer in it. And I read that in the description, totally glossed over it. I was really surprised once it's dried. So it is purple, it's got like a black sheen on it, and then this like pretty green shimmer. I think I need to get a bottle of this because it's gorgeous. It's like, I love it. I love it. It is my favorite one out of the bunch, although I'm really intrigued by that one. And I usually just love that sort of color. Honestly, I like all of these. Mango is really nice. Mango is the swatch that probably took the longest to dry, so I would be very careful about smearing this if you're using like a Hobonichi or something with Tomoe River paper, paper that doesn't absorb ink very well. I would recommend being careful with this, or use a blotter or whatever, a blotting sheet, or just be careful with this one. I think it's going to be smeary. And then we have Abalone, which is dual shady like Moon River, and then Foxglove, which you can see a little bit of dual shady here. It's not popping, there's like a blue halo. It pops out in this ink, but the swatch doesn't look as dual shimmery as it maybe could, or dual shading. Amazing ink flight. I love Troublemaker ink, so I love when we get them. And I like when we get them in these ink flight boxes because Troublemaker inks are often hard to get and hard to find. And so if you subscribe to the ink flight box, you get things like this that you might not normally be able to get your hands on. So yeah, big win. This is a big win box. Where's, we also, remember, as a goodie, got these syringe and ink cartridges, which is great for the pen that we got last month. So you can use your ink flight inks in your new pen if you want to. And then we got, oops. And then we got these pen stickers. And then, uh-oh. I lost the octopus. All my stuff fell down, so let me grab it. And then our fall Inktopuss. So yeah, overall, huge fan of this box. I think it was a great box. I think we got really good goodies. Obviously, I love this box. I get it every month. I'm a huge fan. It's my favorite video to do. I say this every time. Yeah, the ink flight is about $30. And yeah, I will check before I post the video to see if the ink flight has been, like if there are spots. Oftentimes you can sign up and get this month's box, or they'll sell extra boxes if there are any. I can't remember the last month or two if they've been available. Excuse me, if they've been available or not, but yeah, definitely check it out. I love getting the ink flight box. I know like the goodies and stuff aren't necessarily for everybody, and maybe you are getting ink at an alarming rate, but I clearly don't care about that. I'm really excited to get these new ones in pens. I really want to check that one out. I really want to check that one out. I really want to, like, these three specifically are the ones that I'm most excited about. I've used these two before. This one looks fun as well. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting to know these new inks. When? Who knows? Maybe later in the month. I know that Ink Flight usually does the reveal on the last Friday of the month, so will I have time? What's our calendar look like? What's our calendar for September look like? Oh yeah, I could probably do a few of them this week, because I think they usually will do the reveal, unless they wait till the 30th, which would kind of stink. But maybe the last week of the month I'll throw these three in pens, and or maybe all 5 of these, since I've never used them in pens. Maybe I'll do the last 5 days of the month, I'll just do the Ink Flight inks. But I try not to spoil it. Like, yes, I do the video, but if I do the video, I leave as many spoilers out of my thumbnail and description box as possible. Obviously, there's spoilers in the comments because people comment on it, but I try not to use the inks or show the inks, especially in a 30 inks, in the beginning of the month, because people are still getting their boxes and whatever. So yeah, did you get this ink flight? Are you excited about it? Did you like the stuff? Did you not like the stuff? Do you have a favorite ink? I would love to hear. Let me know. Yeah, I look forward to hearing from you very soon. Well, I'll be back tomorrow with another 30 inks 30 days, but I don't know when you're gonna watch this. You might not watch it, I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this box, all of our samples. Amazing. Super fun. Wait, there's too many. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's too many inks here. One of these inks got to go. This one. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again very soon. Take care. Love you, bye.